Hey everyone, welcome
Hello.
back. We are on our, let's say, second episode of our Star Wars
Yes.
watching for Lem because it still is blows my mind that she's never watched it. But that's the thing. Some people like to say that they haven't watched something because it blows people's minds.
Maybe, yes.
Honestly,
Yeah, I think I,
that
I
they
felt
can't
part of
believe
it
it.
as well. Like, you never watched Star Wars? No, I haven't. And then it's just always funny how people react, you know? I'm like,
Yeah.
they feel offended that I didn't watch it.
I know. Well, exactly. And again, and it's the truth, but we have to say we did watch episode 5, The
Yes.
Empire Strikes Back.
It was good.
And wait, didn't you call it something the other day in a message and I lost it? I I had tears pouring out of my eyes.
What was it? Galaxy
Pirate.
Pirates of the
No, you said
Galaxy.
Pirates of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
And
because
I'm like,
what were we talking
what?
about?
No,
We were
you said what's the next one's name?
Exactly, but we were
The
talking
next
before
episode.
that we were talking about something, and then I wanted to more. Oh yeah, you were like, "Do you remember which one we're gonna be watching?" And I wanted to make like a joke, like I don't know. So I was like Pirates of the Galaxy, like Pirates of the Caribbean, but Galaxy included. Have like a hint of Star
Oh
Wars.
my
It was
God, you're
supposed to be a funny, and you totally ignored it. I wasn't even able to explain the joke anymore, and then I was like, oh. She probably really thought I did not know which one we were going to be watching. Just let that joke slide and we're never going to talk
no.
about
Well,
it.
I know you throw your jokes in, but I'm like, I cannot believe she said this. Because the other thing I'm thinking was you have Guardians of the Galaxy,
Yeah,
which is a
true, that as
Marvel.
well.
That's why I'm going, is she getting these confused? See, you had me thrown
See?
for a loop there.
See? I
Because
did
I'm
good.
like, but um, it was just so funny because I don't know why I found it funny because I'm usually the one that's, cracking the funniest jokes. And then when you
Yes,
hit
of
one,
course. Of
I
course.
applaud you.
Thank you.
So
Thank
let's
you.
get back on track. We
Yes.
watched the episode the other night, and you need to tell us again what you thought going into, because I told you these three are a whole storyline, and there's
Yes.
still things you're going to find out in Return of the Jedi, which is the next one,
Okay.
not Pirates of the Galaxy. So give us a little about what you thought,
All right.
from
So
the beginning.
again, like I'm still liking them as long as we can skip that one
Okay. I'm
menace
still liking them.
menace
Yay.
episode. Um, yeah, it was a good one. It was a good one. What did I want to say? I think the time, like the duration of the movie is good. I'm afraid, like, once we start watching the longer movies, we might need to cut them, like, split them in half on days because they will be
Okay.
like around 4 hours or something.
I don't think they're that long
No?
because right now they're just over 2.
Yeah, just over two. I mean, it's good. Um,
Mhm.
all right, so that episode, it was good. There was a lot of pew, 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 and
Yeah. Lots more the fighting and things like that. Yeah, you get a little excited with the pew pews and stuff.
yeah, I got introduced to Yoda, which basically I already knew who he is,
Mhm.
but it was like in the movie, you know? And it's the first time where, so I thought where Luke and where Darth Vader tells him that he's his dad, I thought it would be more throughout like the next episodes and not this early. So that was one part. I was like, oh, he already told him. Like, I didn't expect it to be in this episode precisely. Um,
And there's
yeah.
more. There's still more you will learn.
And I mean, it was a really good one. I liked it. Can't wait till the next one.
Well,
What
and who
else?
else? There was a new character, that another one in this one that I'm like, look, this is. Do you
Oh,
remember who I kept pointing out?
Jabba.
No,
What was his name? It was Jabba, right? But the name,
no,
no.
Boba Fett.
Oh, Boba Fett. Yeah, yeah. Jabba we
Because
saw already. I mean Boba Fett.
yeah, we'll be seeing a lot more of Jabba in Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Okay.
because I told you that Boba Fett is the, as everybody
Bounty
loves, our
hunter.
famous bounty hunter. Yes,
Yes,
that everyone loves, and
exactly.
he actually ended up getting his own series
Oh,
on
really?
Disney Plus,
Okay.
which I can't say was that great. I
Oh.
People might, throw stones at me for that one, but it was okay.
Mm.
I thought it was going to be better, but
Okay.
it was
You
all
want me
right.
to be honest to
Yeah.
you? Like
Okay.
sometimes, or at least for a while, I used to get mixed up with Jabba and Boba Fett. Why? Because Fett means fat in German. And when you look at Jabba, he's, this
Yeah,
fat
a fat blob.
blob, exactly. So Boba Fett is more like a fat blob. And I'd be like, oh wait, so that is Jabba, and that is okay, okay. So it took me a bit of time to start, be able to differentiate who is that Boba Fett, even though the name suits Jabba, it's actually not.
Okay. Well, if you've heard this, people, we need to change those characters because Boba Fett needs to be Jabba the Hutt because the name is better for Germans.
Yes.
There. We'll
In my
talk to,
opinion. In my opinion.
just your opinion, just
Yeah.
that one German's
Which is highly
opinion.
appreciated by a lot of people, but again, like, we need to talk to
Oh
producers.
my God. We'll get right on that.
Thank you.
Oh, have mercy. But yes, this was your introduction to Boba Fett.
Yes.
And there was another guy you met also who closer to the end of the episode.
Um, hmm.
And Lando, he was the guy that welcome when they went to
Oh yes, when they went to that other place, and
the
the Star Trooper had come for Luke, but he wasn't
yeah,
there.
that
Yeah.
that was Darth Vader and all the stormtroopers. They
Yes.
came because they wanted, and then they gave Han Solo to Boba Fett
Yes.
because he was turning him over to Jabba the Hutt
Yeah. So
at
we're
the
gonna see
end.
more of Lando, or he just like in
A
this
little bit,
episode? Oh,
a
okay.
little bit. So there'll be more, like I said, the next one. And I enjoyed it. And you seem to, in this one, also, my opinion of watching it with you, you laughed a lot more in this one.
The, the jokes, or like
The
more teasing between
uh-huh.
Han and Leia, were just so
Mm-hmm.
funny. And then of course you have um
Mm-hmm.
RD, no,
R R2D2,
R2D2, and
C3PO.
exactly.
C3PO was
I
the
still
yeah.
need it contains letters, so
Yes.
I will be slow with them.
You'll just start saying the X, Y,
ABC.
Z, and the 2, 3 ABC.
Exactly, ABC and XYZ. Um,
Mm.
their conversations were funny as well, so those were like very entertaining. Those two,
Mhm.
let's say, couples, how they
Exactly. It's just,
interact with each
and it's
other.
the tension between Han and Leia, because they both kind of had feelings for each other, and
Yes,
it was just the play on
it's
the
just
best.
so funny. It's so funny.
Laser Brain and
Le-
Nerf Herder. Nerf
yes.
Herder is an all-time favorite. That's a good one. But and then what else did you like seeing a little more of the lasers and the fight
I mean,
when Luke
yes.
sees Darth Vader and
Those are
fights him
always
for
like
the first
very
time.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Poor him, he lost his hand, but then they show you that they were like fixing it again.
Mm-hmm.
So,
He has a
um,
brand new hand,
brand new hands.
electronic.
And then, yeah, electronic, like
That's what they would call it back then. I don't
chipped,
know because
probably.
remember that was the Empire Strikes Back is from 1980.
Ooh, wow,
So
yeah. So,
you were still not even born yet.
no, I wasn't.
You're not even going to be born for any of these yet. These first three,
Yes.
you got subject to the
To the horrible
bad.
other one.
The people, I'm telling, she cannot get over
No, I
that first
can't.
episode.
I can't.
Every time she mentions it, and then she saw it when she was, and then when her husband made her watch that, it was horrible. And she literally tells me every time, "Can we please skip that one?
Yes.
Can we please skip?" And I said, "That is no problem.
Yeah, yeah,
No
I'm
problem
not
at all
looking
because
forward
it
to
was,
rewatch that one after
yeah,
two
it's not.
times not liking it. I'm like, oh God, no.
No, you'll enjoy the second one because, and again, it's more action. And like I said, coming up with Return of the Jedi,
Mm,
that's because that you end up on different planets too. So you
okay.
get to see, like it
Yes.
was a lot of being on Tatooine in the first one and
Mm.
things like that. But now, yeah. And then at the beginning, we were on Hoth. That was the ice snow
Yes.
world.
Yes.
That's where we started off with that one. And then you got to see AT-ATs and Tauntauns and what else? There were some other things too. And you're like, oh, because you've seen and heard of these things,
I've
correct?
played the Star Wars game as well that was on the PlayStation.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't
So
believe this. I cannot
that
believe this. You play
ice
the
pl
game, but won't watch the movies.
Yeah, see? I like to have enemies.
Oh, you heard it here, folks.
Um, yeah, the game was good as well. Like the area that Ice Planet was familiar, and also what are they called?
Yeah, Hoth.
The machines, the big ones, Hoths.
Mhm.
Those are
Oh, the
familiar.
big machines, the AT-ATs. Okay, no, I was
Yeah,
Hoth is where
those.
they were.
So those are
Was
also
the name of
like,
the.
familiar, let's say, because I've encountered them in the game. Uh,
Mm.
back when I used to have a lot of time and gamed a lot.
Oh, yes. When there was no children.
Yes.
Because it still happens. That still happens no matter how old they get.
And so, yeah, I mean, I did play the game. So, but yeah, it was a good one. It was a good
I told you
episode.
that this one you'd be, and it is. I like, me. I always want to see humor in something, and
Yeah,
it was good
exactly.
that you laughed a lot actually with all the comments and the banter
It was
between the
really
two
fun
of them.
because you don't
Mm-hmm.
expect them. Like they were more like they catching you off guard. You're
Mm-hmm.
expecting more like, let's say, seriousness, and then you have a funny moment like this, and you're like, whoa, that like that was a really good one. That was funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What
what I
do you
liked.
think, like, about, because we look at this now, and since this was back in the 70s and the 80s, the how they did
The
making the
graphic,
spaceships look yes, like the graphics,
yes,
even though you can tell there's
you could
parts that
definitely
look
tell
pretty cheesy.
very
I mean,
much.
what do you think about that? And now seeing more, you
I
know,
mean, we advanced a lot in movie
oh
making, of
yes.
course, now with the
Mm-hmm.
CGIs and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many. Which scene was it? Was that? I think it was no. Was it Han Solo that was going down that part and then it's like this tube. Was it him or was it Luke? I don't even remember. And
Oh,
you just see it. You see how
it was Luke.
it was Luke.
Yeah,
That
at
it's
the end,
like
that's where he came out and fell. Mm-hmm.
80s, and it's not like some, let's say, 2020,
Yeah,
2023
yeah.
graphic CGI. I don't know what, with like so much technology, because it's like, I don't know how to explain it. You have to watch it. You have to watch this precise scene in order to understand what I'm saying. And then, of course, the spaceships and everything. You're like, it's cute
Or
how
like
it's
when
done,
doors open and close, it's like a
Yeah,
snapshot. It's just like
yeah.
it's open, it's closed, but it's supposed to be like it's going up and down. And it was just, so there is, and that's what I think people take back is where look at
Where
how
it
it
started.
started and how it's like, to me it's crazy, but I enjoy watching.
Yeah.
And what is that one? I have to look up one of the movies that it was something runner. Oh man, I wish I could. And it was so cheesy. And this was like a year or two before Star Wars comes out. People always talk about it also.
Really?
And it was something runner. I'm going to have to look that up.
Roadrunner.
It just came, not, oh my God. And here we go back to Looney Tunes. Well, you like Looney Tunes,
I do.
Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
Um, it's not Blade Runner because that's a different one. It was something like
Home runner.
something's no, something's run. It was Something's Run, and people will know this. People are probably yelling at
Yeah, probably.
at the pocket, right? It's Logan's Run. Logan's Run.
Okay.
That movie. That one is something you should look up. And that the graphics
Yeah.
are so different within it, because that's why I keep telling you this was like this masterpiece
Okay.
of outer space. Here goes the Googling. The Google Logan's Run is what it was called. And I didn't see this movie until the 90s, I believe.
Oh, it's also like space and stuff like that.
Yes. And this is why it blows your mind to seeing this and to seeing how they produced Star Wars, because they were so close in the 70s together.
Yeah, I see
But
what you
Logan's
mean.
Run is an old one, and I've only seen it once or twice maybe, because I'm not a fan of huge older movies. I love some of the 80s movies,
Yes.
that I grew up with.
Mm.
But there's just nothing that'll beat Star Wars. We could do
We could
movie
do that.
reviews forever in a day. You just don't have the time to sit
Yeah.
and focus for these long periods of time. But yeah, I think I'm glad
Interesting.
again you've liked this one.
Yeah,
The
it was
next
really
one
good.
up, and you're going to meet Ewoks for the first time.
Okay.
Um,
Is that a planet?
and oh my, oh, people, I am so sorry. I am so sorry she just said that.
Who is he? Who is it?
Do you don't know what an Ewok is?
No.
You have
I mean,
never seen
Ewok,
them?
it sounds more like electronic walk.
Oh my God.
But
I need you guys, do you see I need to drink sometimes when I'm talking to her. Wait. Okay, Ewok, the little furry guys.
isn't it those little? It's not the one we saw in the very first one. That take
No.
no, it's not okay.
No, those are Jawas. Those were Jawas. These are
Okay.
Ewoks, and they are friendly, and they live on Endor.
Oh, they look similar to Chewbacca, but like
But they're
small.
not necessarily. But yes, they're cute, and you'll meet them, and I just fell in love with them.
Really? They look a bit scary. Like their face reminds me of those Furbies that I used to hate as a child. You know what? Do you remember the Furbies?
Oh
I'm very
my
sorry, guys.
God.
I'm very sorry.
Oh my. Why did they scare you? What was wrong with the Furby?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the eyes and then how they used to do the sounds.
When
I
they
just
taught,
never,
they
and
would,
yeah,
yeah.
I never liked
Did
the
you have
Furbies.
nightmares like a Furby would
I
come
never
up on your
had,
bed?
no,
Okay.
I never had a Furby, but
Okay.
I
You could
just
not find
never.
Furbies back then in a store. That's how popular they were
Yeah, here they were
in the
pretty
90s.
popular as well, but you could
Really?
still always find them. Like, I think one of my
Oh, no,
friends
not
only had
here.
those, but
Toys R Us. Did you guys have Toys R Us
yeah,
there?
it just recently
We
switched
did.
to Smith's. It's not
Oh, that's
called
what it's
Toys R
called. Well,
Us
ours all
anymore.
closed. We have no Toys R Us anymore.
Yeah, we don't
They
have
have
Toys R Us, that's
shut
sad.
down our childhood.
Oh no.
But I mean, we didn't used to go to Toys R Us that much
Hmm.
because you couldn't. It was like crack for kids. You
Yeah, I
couldn't
know.
go in there with not wanting to walk out with 100 things in your basket.
Yeah, of course.
So, yeah. I mean, I remember
Oh.
taking the kids there, but they closed. I don't know,
Oh.
has it been 4 or 5 years now?
Hmm.
So, I mean, that's where everyone would go for all their Star Wars
Yes.
stuff.
Oh,
All the
really?
action figures, all of the stuff. Toys R Us had it all.
But now you can buy
And
everything online, can't you?
yeah, exactly,
Oh,
exactly. You
that's the
can
thing.
go and you can find old stuff on eBay, you know,
Amazon
all over
everywhere.
the place. There's
Yeah.
so much Star Wars. But
Yeah.
again, glad you give this one. Is this a 2 thumbs up
Yes.
again?
2 up again.
Okay.
Let's see for how long. You think
Hey!
I will show 1 down
And again,
eventually?
I'm not going to say they're not, excuse me, perfection. And there's your parts where it could be a little slow, but I mean, in general, these are just
I mean, they
perfect
are.
movies.
Mm,
Almost. I'm saying
yeah, they're good.
the
They're good.
storyline Not, I mean, not perfection, but you know what I
I know
mean.
what I mean.
For
I know
the
what you mean.
time, and you get to see exactly why people love these movies so much. Okay, guys. Well, we are so happy. Second thumbs up, two
Yay.
thumbs up in a row for her. And then in another week in our Star Wars watching, the next
Yes.
one will be Return of the Jedi, not Pirates of the Galaxy. You are such a smartass, I
Or we
swear.
can call them
Um,
something else.
huh?
Looters of the space. Ooh, that sounds good.
Space looters.
Space looters.
The time
Ooh.
continuum. Make it really,
Yeah, make it like, whew,
yeah, really
catchy.
crazy, catchy. Well, I hope you
All
guys are
right.
enjoying Lem's critiques of Star Wars. And
Please don't
please,
lynch me. Don't cancel me.
no, but that's, I mean, it's fun to see it from someone else's point of view,
Yeah,
that,
probably.
and this is why I'm enjoying doing this series as much as you are
Yeah, I know, I know.
on the Star Wars episode. So stay tuned, guys. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so then you know when the next
Share.
episode, since we have gone down to every, other week now.
Yes.
We hope that you enjoy these episodes, and we'll be back for the next installment with Return of the Jedi, episode 6.
Yes. Take care,
Good,
everyone.
Lem.
Yep.
Be safe. Bye
And
bye.
bye bye.